Today's Sunday, it's the 22nd of May and it's 2022 and we're in Consell for the flea market or car boot sale. It's very, very warm, so Nissa's got a parasol, I've got my hat on.
Very hot.
It is very warm. It's actually quite a while since we've been to the Consell flea market, but it is a place we used to come quite regularly to. Temperatures are actually soaring, so possibly up to about 35 degrees sometime today. At the moment it's only just after 11 o'clock. So we're just going to have a little walk around and have a look to see what there is on offer. See if Anita can pick up any bargains. She's already spotted some plants that she quite likes the idea of, so she may be buying some of them. But we'll get them later, we're not going to get them now because we have to carry them around. Lots of things you see here, you just wonder what they are. This flea market's on an industrial estate here in Consell, so on a Sunday the industry is not working as such, and so the whole of the industrial estate is pretty much given over to stalls from this flea market. And I don't know, we just did the first little bit of it. There seems to be lots and lots of stalls. Most of it is second-hand flea market, car boot sale type stuff, but you will find a few stalls which will have new things, and one or two stalls for local produce as well. So we might find local bread is usually down here in the corner, and sometimes somebody's picked something from their garden or come here to sell it, which is great. Great for the local community. It's all part of the kilometre zero purchasing, so stuff that hasn't actually travelled very far. There are a few bars, cafes that will be open as well today, so they do a brisk trade. Everyone just pays a nominal fee. I don't know how much it is for a stall, and they can then sell whatever it is. So here's the bread and pastry stall. Tempted. Just no. And Nita says no, because we've actually booked to go for lunch. I'm just going to stop it. Opposite where we are now, there's actually a glass store. We've parked the car near to garden which is actually full of this. The man who's in the yellow shirt's the one that actually makes the stuff. It's the artiste. I've forgotten his name. Ignacio something. I did put a video up last year probably as we had a wander around his garden looking at some of the really interesting things. Yeah, I don't think we need to get that there. And clothes store, they look all new and very, very colourful. They've got all the tags on. And more food. We've just booked actually to go for a menu del dia today, so we're going out for lunch. So even though the smell of the food is really nice, we're going to resist it. We have a friend, Peter, who comes over, lives in England, and comes over here regularly, and will go to the car boot sales like this one, and he will purchase things and sell them in the UK. He tells me he can make a profit doing that, make some money, helps to pay for his visits. So things like these are very typical British type things, the Toby jugs and the Wedgwood here, Wedgwood Blue, which is something from where we come from in Stoke-on-Trent. People bring big furniture here, and you wonder what they are, what were all those drawers used for all those years ago. And those drawers over there, they look as though they're for plans. And then one or two of the warehouses open up as well. Door? Get a new door for us? They're very similar to our doors actually. Our house is a sort of an oldie worldy house. And yeah, you can actually see through some of the cracks in the door. The wood's expanded or contracted or whatever. And the glass does rattle away in the frame. Glass is held in position just by strips of wood which are hammered into place. There's no putty or sealant there, so they just rattle around. Always lots of tools on offer here. Wow. Kind of cool looking telescope over there. I'm not sure what that is. It seems to have a rather sophisticated tripod. A rusty old bike, and you think, would anyone actually have that? But you find that yeah, some restaurant, some hotel might just buy that and hang it on a wall somewhere. And quite often at these car boot sales you find these orange gas bottles. Many people, including ourselves, still use the gas. This is butano, and use it for heating the home and for cooking. And we still use it in our house, but many homes do. It's very cheap form of heating, and if you compare it with the price of the same bottle in the UK that our daughters use for their barbecues, exactly the same size. We're currently paying, it's gone up a little bit recently, we pay about 18 euros for a full bottle, and our daughters tell us they're paying 2 or 3 times that amount in the UK, so much cheaper here and good for heating the home. But at the moment we don't need to heat the home, we need to cool the home.
What's a little dress?
There's typical. Anita's already found a bargain. So temperatures are soaring here in Mallorca, and on the mainland too. There's a gust, there's wind blowing up from the Sahara, and bringing dust. I've not really seen the evidence of the dust here because it's not rained, but talk of it in the news. And intense heat, well over 40 degrees is predicted in parts of the mainland. But just before I came out, wow, I was looking at the temperature for middle of next week, and Wednesday and Thursday it's possibly going to rain. And curiously, in the distance there's a portrait, must be about 1.5 meters high and about nearly a meter wide, of looks like Franco to me. He sees seashells, but they're not on the seashore. People bring some really quite large things here, large pieces of furniture, large paintings. That one's by someone named Nadal, which is quite a common name here in Mallorca. And €1 for everything on this stall, so nice little bargain. Just look at that, somebody's got a whole van side that they just pull down, and there they've got lots of things that you might have to take home in another van. I've seen quite a few photography things. Well, I'm fascinated by photography. I need to go mad if I bought another camera there. Some binoculars there. I do like binoculars as well. And I keep a pair of binoculars in the car, just in case, you never know. Polígonos. Polígono is the Spanish word for industrial estate, and polígonos are just rife for graffiti. People come here at the weekends when there's nobody around, and you can draw pictures. Lots of copper and brass, glass, keys. You find a lot of these keys here in Mallorca that are on sale. And they're used to make decorations. So you can buy yourself a footballer. I don't think it's going to cost you tens of millions of euros. You can get a full-size, life-size footballer. Now, who'd buy that? Well, somebody who's got a sports bar. That could very well go as something at the entrance of a sports bar. I'm just going past a store which is playing out quite loud music, so hopefully that won't make too much of an effect on the video. There's a chopper there, the bicycle from the past, and how about that? Don't touch, it says, but no toca, but that's a diving helmet. I don't know whether it's real or whether it's just a decorative thing there. Always lots of fun things, interesting things to see. It's just a massive collection of all sorts of stuff.
Talismanes de protección que se grababan en madera o en puertas, pero bueno, da igual.
Another picture there, great bit of sports memorabilia. Packed crowd, no indication of what that match is. Can't say as I recognise any of the players, but the stadium looks pretty full. Interesting, isn't it? Let's walk up on the other side now. Okay, chairs. There's some tripods there. Keep walking, Anita says that. You don't need another tripod. Some big old doors hanging rather worse for wear. Big pots.
Aquí, que me quiero hacer aquí del Joker, con la cara de Harley Quinn y de fondo White No,
there you go, a couple of old rocking chairs for us there for our retirement. What do you think? Yeah. Carry on walking, she says, carry on walking, you don't need them. Our friends Yvonne and Adolphe are away this weekend, but he's a very keen record collector. Just noticing here, lots of records, and this weekend there's actually in Palma, there's a big record fair, which he's missing. Years ago, he and I had a stall at one of them. I sold off most of my records. Still have quite a few stuck in the garage, I think. But, he's got thousands upon thousands of records. Searchlights down there. It's a fascinating place to walk around. Have a look to see what's on offer.
Perdona. Esa es de los Reyes Católicos. Nosotros reales.
More fossils here. Something I show the children. And we're looking at that part of the science. Cuddly toys. Getting a bit hot.
Too hot. Just go and have a drink somewhere.
Just coming up to 11:30 in the morning. More records there.
Tú me dices, guárdame esto, guárdame esto. Yo voy a llevártelo la semana que te damos, ¿eh? Yo ya te lo digo. Ya somos clientes.
So we're actually seeing two parasols other than Anita's today. See two parasols now today. Two people using parasols. Maybe it's catching on. No, you've got a beautiful parasol. We'll catch that on the way back.
Ahí, en el suelo.
It's an unfortunate name, isn't it? People who've got the stalls, it's imperative that they have some shade. They're going to be here till 1 o'clock maybe, often a bit later than that, and then to sit out in this heat, you need somewhere where you can get away from it. So some sort of sombre, some sort of shade is absolutely essential. Just going to walk down the other side now.
Porque prefiero ya mirarlo ahora que estamos. No hay nada.
No tiene su casa todavía. Sí, estuve una vez. Pero
one of the videos I did a couple of days ago, we were walking through a town somewhere, and I missed the temperature. But somebody who was watching the video had actually must have rewound it and paused it and could actually read the temperature on the pharmacy. So that's the beauty of these videos, really, isn't it? You, if I'm walking too fast for you, you can simply just pause it and have a look. Many of the videos I do also publish as 360s. I've been neglecting that for a while because it just takes so much time for YouTube to process and for me to work on, and I'm really busy with work at school at the moment. It's coming up towards the end of the term. So I apologise for those of you who enjoy watching the 360s. Faith, I know you enjoy them, and I will try to do better because I think that's the way to go, using a 360 camera, and people for this sort of thing can look wherever they want to look at, and they can pause it, you can zoom in and zoom out. It's quite an amazing technology. An anchor for your boat. Mallorca is actually a centre for the shoe industry down in Inca. Some big shoe companies there making the shoes, and there's some formers for the shoes. It's getting quite busy here as well. People coming out even though it is so hot. Just getting past the record store, which puts out some really loud music. So, and another parasol. Hey, nice multicoloured rainbow one there.
Umbrella.
It's an umbrella, but it serves very well as a parasol, just like Anita has there. So, just making our way back up to the top. We're nearly finished now. We're doing very well. Walking maybe a bit quickly. I think we want to get back into the air-conditioned car. I think that would be nice. Some more binoculars. Pieces of leather on the floor here. Sieves that they use for the sand when they're building. The sand tends to be very lumpy when they deliver it, and, so the workers need to make mortar for cementing bricks together. They definitely need to sieve the sand. You hit some shade, it's magic. And then you've got to come out of the shade. The problem with this intense sun, some of the furniture that's out here is actually going to suffer in the sun. It's not intended to be out in the sunshine. Some paintings, some really nice paintings actually. Some figures, ornaments, a bit too big for Anita's garden. Did put a video up yesterday of Anita's ornaments. She does enjoy her little ornaments on the wall and on the wall and all over the place.
So if this was in England, I'd have bought lots of books.
Yeah, Anita's is into buying books, and does buy some Spanish books now and again for Serena, so she can use them at school with her children. They're kind of heavy to take back, books are. So what did you buy in the end?
A little dress.
A little dress, and then on the way out you can possibly get a plant.
Maybe two.
Actually tomato trees from South America, they said.
We'll have two, we'll have one for us and one for them.
We're going to put a tree in our garden.
So we put off pot.
Right, shall we finish our video here? Well, a nice walk, but a very, very hot walk. We needed to get it out of the way early in the morning because the sun's getting up and it's getting really hot here in Consell. And hope you've enjoyed it. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye bye. Just as a postscript, we've just sneaked into a bar just before we go home from the flea market, and Anita's just gone to buy a drink for me. And I usually have a shandy, so
He usually has a shandy grande, so
Anita's on water, bottled water. Just look at the size of this thing she's bought.
you will manage it.
I'm sure I will. It's like about a litre of... I'll be carrying the thing. Anyway, cheers, and again, thank you very much for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next
Got my
one.
fan out as well.
It's cool. It's definitely shandy. Thank you very much, darling.